recruiting, how to recruit lead generation. I've always said the best lead is a handshake. Why? Because it's the most organic situation. Even before you got into leads, here's the facts of the matter. When you increase your ad spend, you have to increase your price. Why? Because it gets into your bottom dollar, your bottom line, which means your profitability. The best way in this business to build and scale, I believe, is a handshake. So the question is how many hands do you shake on a day? Or how many people are you in contact with on a day-to-day basis? Whether that just be at the store, at the gym, at your church, wherever. I mean, we're always connecting. Master recruiters, the third, have opportunity-seeking perception. So they see people that are open to this opportunity everywhere that they go. They see the waiter, the waitress. They see it at the fitness club member. They see it anywhere and everywhere. So when you start to develop the mindset of a master recruiter, you're going to start to see connections and opportunities all over the place. So instead of saying, I don't know many people, that's what people's most of the time, most people go into this plague mindset. I call it a plague mindset. I don't know anybody. All right, well, if that's your story, that becomes your identity, then you definitely don't know anybody, and you're definitely never going to recruit anybody, and nobody's ever going to show up on your doorstep with a golden platter and say, I'm here, baby, let's work. Nobody's going to show up. You have to ask to receive, correct? What's the quote? Biblically, what is it? Ask and you shall receive. So that's why you have to get absolutely clear with who and what you seek to attract and who and what you seek to create. If you're not clear, then there's no direction. Same thing with this business. You have to have clearly defined goals, clearly defined benchmarks in order for you to hit these benchmarks, hit these steps, et cetera, for you to be able to create the results that you deserve. Same thing when it comes to recruiting. This has to be something that is a system and a method of recruiting. It's not just willy wonky here and there. So master recruiters have opportunity-seeking perception. Let go of the story. If you feel like, I don't have a following on social media, I only have like 500 people who follow me, I use social media. That's like the way you go thing. Is like people it's like social media. People believe that social media followings equate to how you can recruit. It is the furthest thing from the actual truth. I mean, I was in a traditional business model, a supplement company. At one time, I had 15 professional athletes. The UFC, Bellator, I had WWE, like all sorts of different situations. I had 15 athletes, and I tell you what, the ratio in terms of their reach versus what the sales conversion is very, very low. I've actually had more ambassadors, affiliates that are like personal trainers and people who work with people on a one-on-one basis, actually with very small followings, provide a higher percentage of return on their time. Believe it or not. Why? Because I believe that recruiting or sales, there's no better sale than a handshake, than a personal referral. And it's not like this. Attraction marketing is great. That's awesome. But nothing's better than a one-on-one conversation. When you and I are talking about something and I get down and figure out why you want to do this. I know you're in the solar industry. I know you're a wrestler. I know you're getting married. I know you're like all these different things about you. Like, how would this benefit you? So I figure out these things first and be like, okay, well, maybe it's a viable option. Same with you. You know, you have kids. I know your why. I understand these things. So I think that's another big thing as well, is when you become a master recruiter, I always say lead with your heart, not your watch. Like, who cares about how much money you make? It doesn't really matter. People don't care the size of your watch if you don't show them the size of your heart. It's just a fact, man. Like, I'm not here to get people in. Like, the money is great. That's awesome. That's going to pay for the trip and the opportunities for you. It's going to buy experiences that you've never been able to experience before. But ultimately, what is this? A compassion-based business, a compassion-based sales. And I still believe that building, scaling, developing a team is compassion-based. I care about you all on an individualized level. Like, I do care about you. That's why this is important for me. Important for me that you all have success and accomplish the goals that you're committed to, and that you also stay accountable to it. So just keep that in the forefront when stepping into that number. Whether you're a 1 stepping into a 2 or 2 stepping into a 3, is what developmentally is required of you to really step into that next level. I believe the best of the best have opportunity, seeking perception. They see people everywhere, and they're ABC, always connecting with people. Here's the situation though. If you cannot connect with yourself, you'll be unconnectable with others. People won't want to connect with you. Stepping out of that plague mindset of I don't know anybody and I don't have a social media following, the heck out of here, man. Man, you have opportunity every single day of the week to be able to connect and shake hands with people. And also referral business. Hey, this might not be an opportunity for you, but do you know someone? Just like when you're asking for a sale or asking for a referral after you've done a job well done, do you know anyone that could benefit from, and then whatever you want to fill in the gaps, benefit from uncapped earning potential that you could work part-time, a work from home situation for mothers or a father, whatever the situation is. Insert here, whatever. I like to really, really specialize in like who the person is. Like, hey, I know you're family man and you work a full-time job. So what I would say specifically is, do you know anybody who'd want to earn some income part-time while still being a family man and still having a full-time job?